Now, one of the most recognisable voices in Hollywood has died. James Earl Jones achieved great acclaim on both stage and screen in a career that spanned several decades before he lent his voice to Darth Vader in Star Wars and King Mufasa in The Lion King.
And we are so lucky to be joined by our resident film critic, Zach Hepburn, in the studio. Zach, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, such a career. Probably, I think, arguably the most impressive voice across cinema history. The second you hear his voice, you know exactly who is speaking. And I think, you know, James had such a commanding presence through his stage career, but also through his voice work. You know, he was born in Mississippi, raised by his grandparents, developed a stuttering problem as a youth, and then went to the military, and then became one of the most preeminent Shakespearean actors across the 1960s. His first role was in Stanley Kubrick's Dr. Strangelove, but it all really changed for him when a young man named George Lucas, who had a choice between Orson Welles and James Earl Jones to voice Darth Vader, decided that the gentleman who played the physical form of Darth Vader, David Prowse, didn't have quite the right timbre for the character. But you know what's so interesting about the Darth Vader character is, you know, it is essentially a mime performance. You know, he is essentially giving this character a new lease of life, and I find that, you know, Vader is a Shakespearean character in many ways. So I think, you know, James's work in the theatre really heavily influenced Vader's on-screen presence. James actually retired from acting in 2022, but Darth Vader is still seen across different Star Wars properties. He signed a deal with Disney to use his voice through AI software, so the character can be continued to be seen throughout different Star Wars incarnations. So, you know, here I think you've got just an incredible career, not only for Star Wars, and of course Star Wars launched many terrible James Earl Jones impersonations, but, you know, we saw Mufasa there, who again is for a whole generation. I mean, the Lion King celebrating an anniversary this year, 30 years, that completely forged a whole generation of viewers. Coming to America, you've also got, you know, great work from Field of Dreams.
I'll always remember him from Field of Dreams.
And Conan the Barbarian, he was even, you know, but everything he touched, it came with a gravitas. It came with this sense of, I think, real sincerity, which was just why he was just such an incredible performer. Mark Hamill, of course, noted the passing of James today through a really touching tweet where he just simply said, R.I.P. Dad. So, you know, no spoilers there. But, you know, really, you just look back at his career and how many incredible moments he's given us. He was a true master of his craft, and may the force be with him.
Oh, absolutely.
Was Darth Vader Luke's dad?
Look, Mike, it has been over 40 years, so I think we can reveal. I know it's breaking news, but yeah, he was.
It is one of the misquoted lines in film history. People mistakenly say or imitate Darth Vader as saying, "Luke, I'm your father," and it's no. I am your father.
And do you know that they originally said on stage, Obi-Wan is your father, in order to hide it from all the crew? And then James re-recorded the real line when he did the voice, so no one knew, because it was the ultimate spoiler before the internet. So it was different on set, and of course, you know, it goes to the power of James Earl Jones.
It's really interesting about, I guess, the AI thing as well, that James Earl Jones agreed to it, and so his voice will live on, which for us, I mean, you know, you have mixed feelings about AI, but when you hear that, you just think,
and I think it's you know, even in a galaxy far, far away, he's still with us.
Yeah. Well, when I'm not doing news breakfast one day down the track, I can leave my voice. Through AI.
So as long as you leave some jokes, Michael.
Always be here. Puns, dad jokes.
Zach,
why did you react that way, Emma?
No idea. Moving on. Zach, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
He is such an important actor for so many generations, really, as well. So.
And I noted earlier, the signature voice of the CNN network.
Yes. And also appeared in The Simpsons 3 times as well.
Yes, he did too.
Versatility.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Zach, thank you.
Thanks, Zach.